Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. So, there's a...
that makes A so powerful in storytelling.
I was just listening to Gary Stevenson is his name. I think I've talked a little bit before about Gary. He is a British former trader / economic pundit now. So he talks a lot about economics, kind of from like an insider position, if you will, because, you know, Gary, he worked as a trader, made a lot of money, and now he talks a lot about inequality. And so in one of his latest videos, and I'll link it here, I think everybody should check it out, should watch it. In one of his latest videos, he talks about how, you know, like, what is the significance of Elon Musk? What does he represent as a sea change, you know, in our society now? Like, is this just a spectacle, or, you know, is he just a rich guy doing rich guy things, you know, buying his way into politics, you know, just to troll people? Is that what he's doing? Or could this potentially, you know, mean something else? And so I liked his analysis, and he said, you know, there's a tendency to think that, well, you know, rich people live in a completely different universe than what you and I live in. And that's because, you know, they can do things with their money that we can't do with our money. You know, one, their money makes money. Our money is spent on bills and just trying to survive. But more importantly, he said that, while that's true, like, you know, they're able to afford luxuries to a scale which, you know, you and I cannot be afforded luxuries. But however, the important takeaway is that what Musk represents this time around is taking off the mask that rich people are just, you know, again, rich people are just rich people doing silly rich people things, and that rich people are able to obtain what they do merely through hard work. Of course, we know that he inherited a significant portion of his fortune, of which then he turned and was able to turn into more money, which goes along with the reason why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because the rich have discretionary wealth that can turn into more wealth. But what I really liked, what he was talking about this time around, he said, you know, while that's true that it may appear that they live in a different universe that you and I live in, and there might even be some truth, right, to that. However, there is another aspect where no, they actually live in the very, very same world that you and I live in. And that's why they are very concerned with politicians and what politicians do. So what has been done, I think, previously is that rich people would buy politicians, but in a way that was far less apparent. Where now, you know, the screen is removed, the gloves have come off, and so now he is doing it, as the saying goes today, he's saying the quiet part out loud. And so he said that, you know, when it comes to collective action in terms of politics, that we absolutely should be concerned with the means and the ways that the rich are able to harness the apparatus of the government, the apparatus of policy, the apparatus of the levers of the government to allow them to make even more money. And that if we think like, oh, we shouldn't be worried about policing rich people, you know, they got there on their own, and we should just be focused on making our own money. He said this is a completely blindsided way of looking at the reality of what it is that rich people are very, very busy doing. So this time around, seeing the open collusion between a political party and a presidential candidate, Trump, and the oligarchs, right? I mean, this is why not only just Elon Musk, I mean, he's perhaps the most obvious, but at the inauguration was Tim Cook, I forget the guy's name, but the guy that worked, the guy that's the CEO of Google, Jeff Bezos, the Adelson family. And so now it's very, very clear and open and apparent that the mega rich and the mega wealthy are no longer hiding behind the curtain in making sure that politicians are doing what they want them to do so that they conform with their agenda, which is of course to, you know, make more money and be more powerful, and that this results in an even greater form of dispossession of wealth to, you know, average people. Increasingly, even people that might have, you know, say 2, 3, 4 decades ago would have fallen into what we could describe as middle or even upper middle class are now, right, that's all being gutted, because you're not just dealing with, you know, people that are wealthy, you're dealing with people that are ultra wealthy, and they have a kind of take no prisoners, you know, attitude. So that's what he was talking about in his video. So I'm going to link it here, and I really think that I think everybody should go and check this out, listen to it, and pay some heed to what he's saying. I've really enjoyed reading the portion of his book that he put out and his YouTube channel. So I would definitely recommend you subscribing to his YouTube channel and checking out some of his work. But like before, I got to get to work. That is, I got to go feed my family. So you guys have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you in the next video.